Again, looking across the beautiful Columbia River, we come to the Port of Longview. From a modest beginning in 1925, the publicly owned Port of Longview has developed to a point where it is now in fourth place on the Pacific coast in the amount of dry cargo handled annually. It is exceeded only by Portland, San Francisco, and Los Angeles. This port today is worth $54 million in buildings, equipment, land, and facilities. The Port of Longview Terminal is of the quay type, lying parallel to the Columbia River, and has a dock 1,675 feet in length, and the entire length of this dock is connected with a faced track so that railroad cars may be handled on dock transfer. Without doubt, the Port of Longview is one of the most important industrial advantages offered in this area. The Continental Grain Company and the Port of Longview. The Port of Longview maintains grain elevators which are leased to the Continental Grain Company. These elevators have a capacity of over 2,500,000 bushel, in addition to grain that is being handled away from the port facilities in large warehouses. More of the golden grain of the Inland Empire pours into these vast storage bins than any other tidewater elevators on the Pacific coast. A very interesting and modern installation of facilities at the Port of Longview is the car tipper that can unload a boxcar of grain in less than 4 minutes. In fact, they unload 65 cars per day. This particular car tipper was the first of its kind west of the Rocky Mountains and is an example of the farsightedness shown by the operators of the Port of Longview. Just think of it, 10 railroad cars can be tipped and emptied in this car tipper in an hour's time. These 600,000 bushel tabernacle-type storage bins are new in the handling of grain. Fast-moving conveyor belts are used. Also trucks, which are specially built and carry 22 tons each. However, even these tremendous structures cannot provide all the storage necessary for the vast quantities passing over the docks of the port each season. Many thousands of bushels of grain are passed into the holds of surplus ships. These ships are then spotted along various points on the coast until it is needed for their surplus cargo. Here we see wheat being poured into deep water vessels at the rate of 500 tons per hour. Although this flour is not milled here, it is handled across the port dock, and you will note that the bag reads, "For Korea." This is one of the reasons that the Port of Longview is one of the heaviest export docks on the West Coast. The fact of the matter is that the Columbia River ports export more than any other on the West Coast, outside of the petroleum products of Los Angeles. Occasionally, a Navy vessel will tie up at the Port of Longview, and here we see the public enjoying an inspection of a destroyer escort last 4th of July. We suspect that the public are just as interested in the port of Longview as they were in the destroyer escort.